Ây cha, hôm qua thì mình đã test thử Việt hóa. Mình đi qua giai đoạn tutorial ở đầu game rồi. Tối qua sau khi chơi TFT với mấy thằng bạn, sau khi chơi TFT với mấy thằng bạn, mình đã vào test thử Việt hóa. Nhưng mà ai ngờ dính quá nên là chơi mẹ mất cái đoạn tutorial ở đầu rồi. Nó có ở trong live trước rồi. Nên là hôm nay chúng ta sẽ tiếp tục hành trình trở thành quân sư của ngài Han Capon nhé. Rồi, được thôi. Bật quạt thì lạnh mà tắt quạt thì nóng. Khó chịu vô cùng. Hú lên gọi ngựa của bạn thì khá lớn. Nếu bạn thấy mình bị áp đảo về số lượng, sự lựa chọn tốt nhất có thể là chạy trốn, sống để chỉ chiến đấu vào một ngày khác. Đúng vậy.
Henry, what are you waiting for?
Nói chuyện.
Finally.
Cuối cùng ngươi cũng đến rồi. Đi đâu mà lâu như vậy? Xin lỗi. Tôi đã sẵn sàng. Bắt đầu thôi nào.
We can get going.
Henry,
đừng làm ta nổi giận.
Provoke me.
I don't think Trotsky Castle is going to go anywhere.
Đâu có chạy đi đâu.
So what's the rush for all of a sudden?
We have a crucial mission and things are already fucked up quite enough. I intend to return to Ratai with good news and to do it quickly. Let's go.
Vậy nên hãy đi nào. Còn những người khác.
What about the rest of our company?
Có ai trốn thoát an
Someone
toàn
else
không
have
nhỉ?
got away.
You saw for yourself.
Tôi cũng đã thấy mà.
They
Tất
didn't
cả đều
stand
bị
a chance.
bắt một cách nhanh chóng.
But you're right. We shouldn't just leave it at
Cậu có
that.
lý.
As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
When we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damn good lads.
What?
I'd known Oates since childhood.
Chết tiệt.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us. We can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog.
Yêu quý con chó đó.
That's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I.
First Trotsky,
von Bergov and the mission. Then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
Không đây.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector though, so you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Đi một lúc tâm trạng của ngươi sẽ khá hơn đấy mà. Bà đã cho mình một túi đồ ăn, cho mình và Han một túi đồ ăn và vài đồng bạc lẻ. Ôi bà ơi, bà đúng là Phật sống mà. Bà ơi, bà cháu yêu bà lắm. Tóc bà trắng như mây. Cháu yêu bà, cháu nắm bàn tay. Khi cháu vâng lời, cháu biết bà vui vui. Miss Silver Present. Đây mới là intro thôi hả? Thật à? Mới đeo qua ngồi chơi mẹ nốt đi. Qua ngồi chơi đúng có đọc cho con nhiều thôi. Bà này là chị ruột bà kia. Giống nhau thế nhỉ? Khác mỗi cái mặt thôi. Nhìn cái chó gì. Mấy cả bị chó đuổi à? Luôn cả đây. Trên live tôi sẽ chủ yếu chơi đeo cốt truyện chính nhé. Còn mấy nhiệm vụ phụ có lẽ là sẽ chơi khi bạn cọc, chơi khi không ngon bởi vì game dài lắm. Thấy mấy bên Việt hóa bảo game dài lắm, cái kiểu có mấy cái thoại random người ta còn chưa làm xong, cái nó dài vãi cứt.
And some wine.
Oh, fucking hell.
Đã đau rồi còn gõ
it's closed.
Liệu có được không ta? Em thấy mình bật cùng như này liệu có được không?
Open up. I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
Không có ai ở nhà.
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sahanash of Lipa.
Không có ai ở nhà rồi.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't!
Bất ngờ đấy.
I'm Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Lao thật.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double.
The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Đặc phái viên.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and it's sealed.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colors.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like.
Ivan tốt rồi.
Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Bách cứt nhỉ.
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
Dạ. Có những người không thể dùng lời nói
What?
có thể.
The fuck was that?
Thôi, chịu rồi.
So
Về
now
nhà
what?
thôi.
There's only one thing we can do.
Về nhà thôi chứ nhỉ.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
Người đấy ta là ai
Someone
chứ?
who stinks
Dòng người bốc mùi hôi
like
thối đi.
a badger.
Tại sao vậy?
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Oh, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even
Không sai
worse.
đâu, bây giờ chúng ta giống y hệt ăn mày vậy. Bây giờ phải làm gì? Kiếm tiền.
The fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out.
Không ngờ việc
I'd
này
rather
xảy ra
hear
đấy.
some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Hay vì thế người chẳng có kế hoạch. Kế hoạch à? Chắc cần lẽ lá thư.
We could track down those bandits and get our letter back. With that, they'd have to let us in.
How do you intend to do that? Ask them nicely. Please, kind bandits, pretty please, can we have our letter back? Or do you want to charge them in these rags and hope our stink knocks them out, eh?
Lạch vào và lấy ra.
They're very droll. No, I was thinking more like finding their camp and sneaking in stealthily. Find out where they put the letter, grab it, and vanish before they even know we were there.
Are you dreaming? What kind of chance do you think we'd have?
Quite a strong one. Maybe.
Bollocks, old pal.
Well, what else do you want to do? Go back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this.
Sao lại không được?
Be a laughing stock.
Có gì mà xấu
A
hổ?
laughing stock. We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged asses.
Chin up.
Mẹ ai?
We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why.
Lý do không?
Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here
Nó
with
lại còn
us,
nghĩ về bộ mặt
having a
của quý
chat
tộc
and a
của nó
laugh,
nữa chứ.
they're
Trời
just
ơi,
food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
cứ phi về thôi.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll
Tức là
see.
trong cung đừng lo sau khi
We'll
trả
avenge
thù
our
cho đồng
lads
đội,
and
giống
go
như
back
ban
to
đầu
Rattay
tôi
with our heads held
cam
high.
đoan đấy.
I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food! About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Tôi đi lên từ bàn tay trắng, tôi không phải kiểu người không có tiền mà đòi hít ra. Đây không phải kiểu người tiền ít mà đòi hít ấy hơn.
Or the one you gave us away for?
Wench.
What I tell you.
Mày láo.
What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Trông có hốt
God
không
be
vậy?
with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
That's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I always talk about your
That's the
captain.
most important thing.
Enjoy your...
What was that?
That
Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ!
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment. I'll be right back.
That must hurt, don't it? A bit.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the
Mày
boy
quên
that
nhanh
cleans
đi.
the pit under the castle shitting hole?
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
Oh.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. A couple of the bandits grabbed you, but their leader put a stop to it. It was all very strange.
Shut up! For God's sake! Someone will hear you. I wasn't at the pond, and that's that. And don't mention it again. To me or anyone else. Got that?
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there.
Trời ơi.
I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding.
Lãnh cưới là gì? Lễ cưới của lãnh chúa Simon.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
Em xin lỗi. Em xin lỗi.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Bà nói ít thôi bà ơi.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Mẹ.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right,
Mẹ thằng ngôn kia.
we'll do it.
Chưa biết gọi ai cốc bia là được rồi, gọi
I
thêm
can see you ain't stuck
đồ
up
ăn làm
like
gì
you
nữa.
made. Where are
Cay
you
đợt.
actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Cơ mà liệu ổn không nếu ta hỏi nơi xưa từ đâu?
Scalets.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Doesn't half taste good today. Nicely settled. Cold. Straight from the cellar. Aye. Not like that warm swill we had last. Getting a mug of piss after a whole day out in the field.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the
cánh
second
cửa thứ
door
hai bên
inside
trong.
there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
Có thể tìm thấy ngay thôi. Ok. Quanh đây
Is
có
this
một
the
quán
only
rượu
tavern
này.
here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Thôi biết rồi, đừng khịa nữa.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers?
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Will Lord von Burgos be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
Thank you.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them socks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that.
Okay.
Aye, coming right up.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Burgov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Burgov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, Haven't you ever heard of the three states of man?
Thời đại bây giờ là xã hội chủ nghĩa.
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratores, the priests who pray for us. Laboratores, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And bellatores, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about bellatores and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
They say clothes maketh the man, and you don't look much like a noble right now. So, I don't think the natural order will collapse if you get your hands dirty.
What do you know about a nobleman's honour?
Mấy
It's
ai
not
nhà
long
mày?
since I had to drag one sack through
Bố
the
mày muốn
night,
đấm mày
and if I
qua.
hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So
Chó
I think
đẻ
I've done my
này.
fair share.
Bực thế nhờ.
I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back
Bố đéo
later.
cần.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry.
Đấm qua.
Such is my nature.
I'm gonna lose a whole day just for a few sacks.
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
Riêng nào.
I heard you're in need of money, friend. Aye, true enough. I need to pay the tithe and give something to the church.
Không phải.
It is till St. Wenceslas's Day, and they don't collect tithes before then.
You're right, but I promised myself I wouldn't leave it to the last moment this year. So, have you got any ideas?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year.
Có phải cơ. Chắc là phải đi vào trong này chứ. Nhà gôn chứ nhá. Đi vào trong này chứ. Đi qua đây chứ. Hay là đây. Ở đây. Lắp cái đèn đấy chủ nhà ơi, tối quá. Vui thế.
did not.
Yes, you did. I never heard of any Perkstein in all my years.
I'm not surprised. You're just a village yokel.
How dare you? I am the son of the bailiff.
Ugh. I'd expect you to be more sympathetic towards people who've been ambushed when you've got so many bandits and other rabble here.
Nhìn đi, còn nhìn. Ôi chuột này.
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
I'll get you.
Now we'll have you scum.
Nice! Come on, you worm! Let's get it over with!
Yeah! Don't spare it!
Take that fucker out, damn it!
Slice him up!
Như nào?
Shame on you! You're no match for us, fucker!
Now you're mine, you bastard!
Hey! Get him!
Go on, then! Make a fool of yourself!
Nice hit!
Hey! Get him!
Take that fucker out, damn it!
Hey! Get away from him!
Slice him up!
Nice hit!
Send my greetings to the devil!
You bold, come on then!
Trời ơi! Đông đi!
Take that fucker out! Damn it!
Yeah! Don't spare him, fucker! What do you want?
No chance!
Surprised, eh, young grubber?
Slice him up!
Filthy vermin! Let him have it!
Du verdammter!
Shame on you! Fuck her out, damn it! Nice it.
Thằng. Đúng chưa?
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Báo qua đây.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak?
Mày láo. Nói nhiều.
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve.
If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off!
Shut up! Oh, you'll get a whipping too.
Cho báo thật đi. Trời ạ.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you
Tao
along.
không bao giờ theo chủ
Well,
ngu.
that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Ha!
And you're a spoilt brat who can't even hear himself.
What the fuck did you say? I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Mày.
That's enough. Don't you fucking realise how badly you've been wronging me all this time? I bend over backwards for you. I tolerate all your stupid fucking whims, and what do I get? Insults and accusations. But right from the start, you acted like you were on some nobleman's outing. All you cared about was whoring and boozing. You know full well the ambush was your fault, and now you're kicking out so you don't have to admit it.
What do you...
But let me finish. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, but unlike you, I'd have managed to deliver that message. That's because I'm responsible and know how to behave in a way that doesn't make me feel ashamed, in a way that would make my parents proud of me.
Which parents do you mean? Radzig?
Aye, Radzig, let's say. Nobody could be proud of you, Capon. Nobody.
Con người mà chạy bị chửi đấy nó thấm, hiểu chưa?
We'll see who's proud of who.
Chửi cho mày hiểu ra.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Hay ra.
Isn't that? Otto.
nhiều.
Oh shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight. What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines.
Rồi, kệ cha tao. Thằng ngôn cút đi.
I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Cút.
If I were in your shoes,
Nếu ta là người,
I'd be
ta
glad
đã
to be
từng
rid of the
nó
good
thì
for
tiền
nothing.
vô dụng
Eh?
thì mất, đúng không?
Yeah.
Đúng.
All right, off you go.
Chỉ được mỗi cái mồm. Trời nó sáng mắt ra còn dỗi. Tội phạm và danh tiếng. Mọi hành động của bạn đều có hậu quả. Nếu bạn phạm tội, thế giới xung quanh bạn và những người trong đó sẽ phản ứng với điều đó. Cái gì là phạm tội? Bất cứ điều gì mà một người Kitô hữu chân chính nên tránh được coi là tội phạm. Không được giết người vô tội, ăn cắp, đột nhập vào nhà người khác, gây hại cho con người hoặc động vật trong nhà và làm rối loạn cuộc sống yên bình của họ. Hậu quả của tội ác: nếu ai đó bắt gặp bạn đang phạm tội, họ sẽ báo cho các cổng hoặc tự mình tham gia vào cuộc đối đầu. Bạn không an toàn ngay cả khi không ai bắt gặp bạn. Con người không ngu ngốc và họ có thể suy ra rằng chính bạn là người đã làm điều đó. Bạn có thể tìm thông tin về uy tín của bạn trong thẻ người chơi. Uy tín có thể ảnh hưởng đến cách mà mọi người đối xử với bạn. Nếu ai đó thích bạn, họ sẽ chào đón bạn một cách thân thiện, và các thương nhân thậm chí có thể tặng bạn hoặc giảm giá, tặng bạn các ưu đãi. Ngược lại, nếu họ ghét bạn, họ có thể không thèm nói chuyện với bạn hay là bạn có thể cải thiện uy tín của mình bằng cách hoàn thành nhiệm vụ, có thể làm cho nó tồi tệ hơn bằng cách phạm tội và hành xử không trung thực. Cách bạn cư xử sẽ được lan truyền giữa mọi người. Vì vậy, nếu bạn giúp đỡ hoặc làm hại một người, những người khác trong khu vực sẽ sớm nghe về điều đó. Cải thiện danh tiếng của bạn. Danh tiếng xấu luôn có thể được khắc phục bằng cách trả một khoản tiền chuộc hoặc thực hiện một cuộc hành hương sám hối. Điều này có thể được áp đặt bởi một linh mục. Nếu có nhiều tội ác diễn ra trong một khu vực, mọi người sẽ trở nên thận trọng hơn, trang bị cho mình vũ khí và lực lượng bảo vệ sẽ gọi hỗ trợ. Một khi mọi thứ đã được ổn định, mọi thứ sẽ trở lại bình thường. Ok.
Suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
Henry?
Phải gọi Henry đây.
Do you have anywhere to go? Somewhere to sleep?
What's your story?
What would you say? Right now, I'm slightly scruffy nothing.
But I don't have any money. Look at me.
Chẳng
I don't
có
have
gì
anything
cả.
at all.
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Cảm tạ. Cảm tạ.
For what?
I've been begging for alms here
Trong
for
vài ngày ta
days,
đã xin ăn
but
chút
I
tiền
didn't
và
make
trước
any
hôm nay
real
không
coin
sư
till
không tủ.
today. And that's thanks to
Nhờ người
you.
ta được
The
lợi
scene
đấy,
you
đám
made
người
brought out nearly
just
all of
Covid nhảy hết ra
Troskovitz.
ngoài khi ngươi gây nên mớ hỗn độn.
You're welcome.
Ít nhất
At least
đâu
it was
có-
good for something.
còn có ích này.
Oh well, not many
Có kẻ nào
people
gây
can
ấn
make
tượng
such a
mạnh ban
strong
đầu cũng
first
nên
impression.
để cho tốc độ sáng chói
But
hơn.
look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only
Chỉ
get
còn điều
better.
tốt đẹp đang đợi phía trước.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless
Lại có kẻ
somebody
nào
tries
mà
to
muốn
kill
giết ta
me.
nữa.
Again.
You're still alive
Cuộc
in
sống
one
mà,
piece.
lành lặn cả
It's a
bốn
new
chi,
day
ngày
and the
mai sẽ
sun
còn
is
mặt trời và phải
shining.
không? Đúng.
Like Tomcat always says,
Như lẽ
bruises build
Aqualung
character.
hay nói bầm dập giúp mình hình thành nhân cách đấy. Tên mày là
Hey,
gì?
you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara.
Bali.
Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way
Có vẻ
around
thông
here
thuộc
pretty good.
vùng này nhỉ? Và rõ
You're
ràng
from here, right?
Ngươi
I
phải
ain't. I'm just
người qua đường
passing
đấy.
through.
Vậy ngài đang đi đâu đấy?
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all
Đúng.
promise the moon,
Em cũng
but
muốn mỏi vì
then you're eating
vì phục vụ
stale
lãnh chúa
bread,
rồi.
cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I
Prague.
don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a
Có
cousin.
một người họ
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why?
cảm thấy người cần giúp đỡ.
Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times
Khi đó
like
ta quý
that.
báu ta biết mà.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted.
Không tháo vát.
Maybe
Biết đâu
someone
lại là
could
đầu
use a
bếp hoặc hầu
cook
gái
or
được.
a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I
đầu bếp thôi
appreciate
thì
your
làm hầu gái.
concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work
Ta
with
làm giúp
someone,
các việc
stay
của
for a
lưu lại một
while,
ít
and
vài
once I
đồng vào
save a
túi
bit, I move on.
thì chuyển nơi
Then
khác.
why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect
thoảng
herbs
cái
for the
thuốc cho dược sĩ
apothecary
hoặc
or
giúp
help in the
việc ở
tavern,
quán rượu.
but I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But
Thì có
on
tiền
the
biết có thể.
whole, you could say I'm a
Sao đi nữa, ta
traveller
cũng lang bạc.
or a
Ta có thể
nomad,
gọi ta là
but
du
don't
mục.
say it too
Nhưng mà
loud.
phần
The
lớn
locals
người dân
don't take
không thích lắm.
kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're
Người ta
different,
sợ
and it
kẻ khác
scares
xa lạ với
people.
họ.
They travel
Nói chung
from
dung
place
nơi
to
đó.
place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them,
Không cần nhìn
just
lâu quá
don't
đâu.
stare too long.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman,
Bậc thầy kiếm
but a
thuật,
real
với lại là
joker
kiểu
too.
thằng hề
He
chịu
loves
phái
showing off to girls.
Hả?
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No
So
offense,
với hắn, người
but
trông hơi
compared
yếu
to
đấy.
him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons,
Tuy
but
không
if he
thích
can
lái
handle
xe
a
nhiều
weapon,
anh
I'd be
ta
happy to train a little
biết cả
with him.
vũ khí ta mới tập
Well,
một chút.
one of the guards
Một
tried to
trong những
take
người
him
lính
on
gác
and
từ
came
ta
back
và bị
whipped
đánh như
like a
chó.
dog, moaning
Anh ta
like he'd been
về
broken in two.
Kể là mình
Well,
bị vỡ
sure.
luôn.
If he's that strong, I'm not
Cái sức
surprised.
đó thì chẳng
More
biết
like some
gì.
trick he's got
Chẳng
that
biết
our
kỹ
watch
năng mà
doesn't
lính gác
know.
không biết, ít ra cũng nói
Or
vậy.
at least that's what the poor man said.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out.
And not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower,
cắm trại trên
that
tháp.
is, by Rock
Đó
Tower
là chỗ
Pond.
bên cạnh ao tháp
He
đá.
watches the camp
Họ
for the
trông coi khu cắm
nomads.
trại cho đám
Should I watch
dân
out
thường.
for them?
Ta nên cảnh giác với anh ấy.
No, I don't think so. They mind their
Mọi
own
người đều bận rộn
business,
với công
but
việc của mình.
strangers usually mean trouble
Nhưng
for
những kẻ
them, so
lạ
they're
họ sẽ coi
careful.
như mầm bóng
Try
rắc
not to
rối.
stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you
Con
some
nó
of his
sẽ khỏi
other
tài nghệ của
skills.
anh ta đấy.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semin on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it'll be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin,
Tại Semin
renowned
có
far
trại
and
ngựa giống,
wide.
danh tiếng
And which
vang
way
xa.
is Semin?
Cái này phía nào?
Southwest from here, not
Từ
too
đây ngược
far.
về tây nam
There's
không
a
xa
road
lắm, có
goes
đường đi
right
qua
there
cánh
from
đồng
the
cứ xuống
green.
đồi.
Just go down the hill. Once you see the
Nếu
walled farmhouse,
thấy nông
you're
trang có
there.
hàng rào.
Though I'll be a queen
Nhưng tốc
before
độ
you
ta
can
trình
afford a horse
thành
from
nước ngoài có lẽ
Semin.
nhanh hơn là kiếm đủ tiền con ngựa Semin.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare ass. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps a Brunswick's armour?
Thánh Brunswick phải không?
I could use some armor. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armor, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armor, sword, and horse now?
That's a long story.
It's
not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armor now, but you might find something in the town hall armory. Although you'll need quick hands.
Thanks, but I'd rather get my clothes honestly. I just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you. Just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
I really need something to wear.
I can see that. Save up for something or use those lockpicks. Either way, I can't help you anymore.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'll catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semi. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout you was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Tới ngày thấy cô. See you again. Kẻ ăn mày. Canh tác. Chào hỏi. Chế thuốc. Công cụ. Hôn nhân quý tộc. Kẻ ăn mày. Quý tộc. Thức ăn. Chế tạo. Thợ master. Sự kiện các vụ bắt cóc. Ba tầng lớp. Phóng to R1. quán rượu đã cần tìm. Đây là đâu? Thợ may. Đâu trong nhà. Bên này. À, vào đây.
Hey, did you forget your clothes somewhere?
Thanks for pointing that out. I was just changing.
Phá khóa. Người làm tôi. Trời ơi. Chỉ huy lữ đoàn. Khám phá viên thư lại. Đây là chỗ này.
Put some clothes on, you scoundrel.
I was just changing clothes. Right away.
Đồ ở đâu đây?
Found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond. God rest his soul.
Ba ơi. Bàn giặc chung. Nhau. Tổ chim. Dương xa xỉ. Just go with. Nhà sông khói. Quán rượu. Đây là về mặt kim này. Dương xa xỉ. Đây là chỗ của người thợ may.
Put some clothes on, you scoundrel.
I was just changing clothes. Right away.
Áp màn. Quần áo ở đâu đây?
I'm running out of ink. What? Again? What do you mean, again?
You refused to get me more last time I asked.
So it won't come as a surprise when I refuse again.
And what am I supposed to write with?
You know what? Why don't you write a complaint?
Trộn nữa.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
B. Just go with like. Địa điểm du lịch nhanh. Người đưa tip về nhiệm vụ bên kia. Người đưa tip về nhiệm vụ bên này.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Greetings, Master Guard.
Đi bên này.
Hey, did you forget your clothes somewhere?
Thanks for pointing that out. I was just changing.
Be hanging around, friend.
Trời ơi. Kiếm săn. À đây. Bộ rèn kiếm nghề thợ may mang gạc. Chìa khóa. Sông khói. Chỗ này cho rửa mặt này. Rửa mặt phát. theo. Just go with là đi tìm con chó. Đi gặp tôm cát. À không, phải đi kiếm tiền. Kiếm tiền đó. Ở đây làm xong rồi kiếm tiền. Có con ngựa nữa. Không là chết đòn đấy. Việc này đúng rồi.
Oh, gods. I wonder what their names were. I see they haven't been forgotten, and the locals still worship them. I can't really blame them seeing the state of this land.
Tuyệt vời quá nhỉ. Kasamita. Ở đây xong đi thẳng lên. Em có chủ ngựa không? Tôi muốn xem giá con ngựa. Bàn giả kim. Thầy dạy kỹ năng. Thợ may quán rượu, thợ làm công, biên thư lại. Thôi lên đâu. 12 điểm thưởng khả dụng này. vào 7. Này đi thẳng đường này lên thôi.
Was that you? Oh, never mind then.
Đây. Trời ơi, xe của ta chúc.
Burnt to the ground! Hell on earth! Just a few days' walk from here! You have to hear this! In silver scallots, they say, without warning, attacked by human troops!
Tell it to the birds!
They burned down...
Quanh đây có chuyện gì đặc biệt sao?
What's new around here?
Lord von Beregov's huntsman's a regular here. He might have some work for you. He's got a cottage near Vidlak Pond. So if you know your way around the woods, you could go and offer him your help. I hope he hasn't started drinking somewhere else. He's my best customer. You could also stop by and see Old Mouth. He's the local storyteller. He could tell you all sorts of interesting things, but only if you bring him some liquor. Don't forget, I have some here to sell, if you want. I'm working on a little practical joke myself. We have this little dispute with the Delivirance. You might be interested. And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper.
Thank you.
Can I spend the night here?
Not a chance. Move along, you vagabond. Take care for now.
What do you want, you yokel? Speak up or get lost.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will
Nhưng mà
come
em
in
thì chưa
very
làm bao
handy
giờ,
for
em quên
me
hết nghề rồi. Em lụi
As
nghề
it
rồi.
happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, You can get everything from the chest in my forge.
Trong dương của xưởng.
Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
Trong này à?
What? You've no business here. I never want to see you here again without permission.
Get to it. I want to see how you'll fare. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit.
Di chuyển lưỡi kiếm vào trong lò. Đấy.
Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull.
Kéo
It works the
tay vào
bellows.
phía trên, bật lửa trong lò.
Tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? It's the color of the straw, which is what you want. You heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times.
Múa đập lúc nào?
See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. So what then? If you can't handle it, I'll have you make nails instead. Henry, focus. Give it a try. So what then? If you can't handle it, I'll have you make nails instead. Oh, Jesus, it has to be even. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
Xoay mặt.
Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Càng gần hoàn thành thì báo kiếm càng giống.
It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. The sparks are flying nicely.
Nhầm đấy.
Well struck. That's the ring you want. That's the ring you want.
Đến khi nào?
See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. That's the ring you want. That's some nice whistling. It's easier to forge to a rhythm, isn't it?
Cái này vất phết đấy.
Keep on whistling. Make sure you keep up the tempo. Very nice. I see you know how to keep on rhythm.
Sắp ra rồi. Sắp ra cái kiếm rồi. Sắp ra cái kiếm rồi.
There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
vào nước. Cái này dầu nhá, đúng không? Dầu hay nước? Đủ đẹp luôn.
Right. Let's have a look. Well, I've seen better blades, but it's not complete rubbish. I could give you a chance.
Nhưng nhớ rằng,
even so, keep in mind,
nhớ
it's
gì
all
ạ?
about
Không là được
making
phép
sure
làm bừa
every
phát ngôn
strike does its job.
Ra,
That's why you can't let
đó
it
lý
get
do không nên
cold
để sản phẩm nguội
or
đi
keep
hay
striking
cùng
the
một
same
chỗ.
spot. If you
Ok.
work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up, and by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere, if your forging's going to be even. The main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
Why should I forge evenly?
If you keep hammering the same spot, you'll never finish it. You'll just fuck it up. But jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea neither. You'd end up working unevenly. The best thing to do is aim each strike next to the one before.
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. There's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me, but if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them, though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like, and some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Chứng minh bản thân trận này. Có hai cái kiếm này. Sáu.
What are you here for, friend?
What do you have for sale?
Ooh. Wow.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything, then? It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Samin, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Samin and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Samin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Samin.
Those two hands of yours, Ventsa and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long, but these days I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Samin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Samin's crossbow, and some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
Wow.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them.
Samin. Đây. Xa vai cứt.
What do you need? Hurry up. I don't have all day.
There's a couple more things I'd like to ask about smithing.
Ask away.
Thanks. That's all I need to know. I'm still not really sure of myself in the forge. Could you show me again how it's done?
Why not? Better to practice now than fuck up an order. Why don't you forge me another hunting sword? Have you got what you need?
Yeah, I have.
Let's see what you can do then. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works better. You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's on fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
Fine. Cho được 2 phát.
Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Sparks are flying nicely. Sparks are flying nicely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Struck.
Yeah.
See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. Sparks are flying nicely.
Ai da. Trời, khi nào mà có ngựa, cần có ngựa.
You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
Con trai của thợ rèn.
I'd like you to teach me something.
Sure, why not? If you pay me, I'll teach you a few of my tricks. What are you interested in?
Phải cả nho mất tiền ạ. Đây là gì? Mới. Trời ơi. Lấy đâu ra con ngựa bây giờ ta. Gần chỗ ai học nhỉ? Đường này chứ. Đây. Đúng không? Chính nó. Thế thì ra cho con chó trước đi. Không cũng chả gần lắm. Không gần đâu. Dương xa xỉ. Nghe. Trời ơi, đi bộ lúc nào đây? Đi bên kia vậy. Nhìn. Gì đây?
What's that? Hey, fella! Stop off for a bit of chat.
God be with you.
Nhau ghê đi. Đi mà nó bắt qua sông thì phải cứt đấy. Đừng có qua sông nha. Đây là đâu? Chê lên chốt.
God bless.
Đó đâu sủa đây. Còn ba xa nữa. Băng rừng vượt núi. Mày nó cũng không khó đi như ở bên Red Dead Redemption. Bên Red Redemption không rất khó để mà đi cái kiểu mà băng rừng vượt núi như này. Chó đâu sủa đây. Ô anh trai. Anh trai làm gì ở đây vậy? Chăn cừu. Đây chắc là Jeremy. Rimai, Sami. Chill quá. Đây rồi. Đây rồi. Hello anh trai.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey, you alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck with you, Frey. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Ta-da.
Prepare to fight. Fucking hell!
Don't take any of his shit,
Sharpening his axe. Don't take any
They're fighting!
That was something.
Đúng chưa?
Come on.
Đúng chưa?
Oh, you wee blasted!
What in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Ông nội sao?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the foot.
True enough, Yuriko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare-arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that way?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry.
Henry được thợ rèn
The Tarkov blacksmith sent me.
phải tới.
Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh?
Thợ rèn này.
Then you'll have some explaining to do.
Có vài điều muốn hỏi.
Come along and never mind that fool Yuriko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Arabia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yechin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yuriko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
Cho em con ngựa đi. Cho em con ngựa đi mà.
So, lad, you're going with us. I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No. That's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
You've got a stud farm here, don't you? Couldn't I borrow one of your horses?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you, nor the animal again. We don't lend horses. But you're in luck. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask about. I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
Làm gì nào?
Well, I heard Lord von Berghoff will be at the wedding, and I need to speak with him.
Son, I don't know if you're serious or yanking my pizzle. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't ya? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him.
This Yurko and his mates, who are they?
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. You can't say that about everyone.
And you, sir? What is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can't be very bright.
No, I just meant what exactly is it you do for Lord Semin? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a captain does. As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Samin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my Nardi club with me. Wouldn't use anything else. I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, well, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece. We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
Thôi, đi thôi.
We should probably get going.
That we should. But it's getting pretty late. We need daylight for a search like that. Come back in the morning and we'll set out. If you want, stay here. You'll get a bit of grub in the kitchen and you can sleep in the barn. Mind where you're going.
Chắc chắn là lại đi thôi. Ồ.
Greetings.
Tuyệt vời. Nấu vật phẩm, nấu vật phẩm. Không có gì để nấu được mà.
God grant you help.
What did I do to you?
Ba, hai, hai, ba. Rượu mật ong. Học. Kim loại phế liệu. Ok. Học tiếp. Làm dìu. Học tí. Sao máu mình còn 75 thôi nhỉ? À vừa đấm nhau xong. Vạn thọ.
Hey, you're not allowed here.
Ok em đi ra. Gì đâu. Không cho vào đi ra thôi. Đang đi khám phá ấy mà. Đâu ai bán ngựa.
God bless. Jesus Christ be praised.
Kiểm tra giá. Giá đâu? 770. Ở đây. Mùa hoa liễu. Mẹ. 2 giờ chiều. Chiều làm cái gì không nhỉ? Trồng cái chỗ kia xa quá tao. Trời.
God bless.
Tay lau người tí đi.
Well, that's no great loss. You didn't have much anyway.
Aye, Ludva threw a 5 that one time, then another 5.
I feel a lucky roll coming up. Shall we play?
What game would you like to play?
Then he got 2 1s and a 6.
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Ba. Bốn, năm, sáu. Xấu quá. Ba con sáu.
Well, you're not afraid of anything. I've seen people play better, but never worse.
Lấy 3 con 4 à?
Finished. Your turn.
God bless you.
I've seen people play better
It'd be
than worse,
you
never
already
had
worse.
3 1s. These ones here. That's
Well,
what I'm talking
fuck
about,
me.
damn it! That's how you have to play.
Đỡ thế nào được. 600. Lấy cái 600 đi.
See, you can do it. Keep it up.
Lấy cái 600 đi cho an toàn đấy. Down 1 kìa. Vãi cả bìu.
That's enough.
good too,
Your turn.
but you could throw better.
600. Đấy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My God, what a That's how it's done. That's the way. Or, wait, who threw that?
Chơi nữa. Chơi nữa đi.
Greetings.
Chơi không? Không chơi nữa à? Bán mấy cái đồ này ở đâu nhỉ? Bộ rèn kiếm. Cái này để sửa. Bộ đồ nghề thợ may. chưa? Lược. Cái lược này để làm gì? Huy hiệu thiếc của sự khởi đầu sớm. Trong cái này giống để bán quá.
Don't get ideas. I wasn't at my best. But I'm not gonna scrap with you again.
What did I do to you?
Chơi. Chó.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Ngó xem quanh đây có cái gì không nào. Câu cá, câu cá. Cái này để câu cá. Dao găm. Cứ thế thôi. Hello. Nhà con chó à. Bừa rồi đây. Con đâu mua nhà một con chó hay gì vậy? Hello.
What do you want here?
Không ai chào đón thì thôi tôi đi tiếp. Cắm trại bên đường. Ở đây thương nhân này. dịch chuyển được. Dịch chuyển được sang bên này không? Có. Nâng về đây bán đồ cái. Nhìn tối luôn mà. Thương nhân. Đây.
What's master? You enough? Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked, and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the Katchak Pond, beyond Jelly-Off. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off, but what can I do?
Were there any valuables in there?
You bet. Lord Semin ordered all sorts of delicacies and precious spices from me for the wedding feast. And for Taylor Bartishak, I was carrying expensive fabrics to make dresses for the occasion. If you only knew how much coin I spent on this.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too, but what can I do? So, what will it be?
What do you have for sale?
Thanh kiếm của nhà buôn. Mình không bán được đồ. À đây L2 đây bán được. .9 thôi á.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Gut, versuchen wir es.
.2. .5 được không?
What would you say to this? That's quite a sum. Lower your price a bit and we'll make a deal.
0.3.
That's a decent price.
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Trên đây chốt. Đây cái điểm gì đây? Xe kéo lật úp. Không có điểm dịch chuyển. Về mùa đẹp. Trời ơi sáng.
Don't cause any trouble, got it?
Máu ta tụt ghê vậy. có comment. Được đi làm việc chưa?
Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins.
Đủ ma. Chốt. Nó có chơi xúc sắc nữa không nhỉ? Thôi, nghỉ thôi. Mệt quá rồi. Đau lưng mỏi gối tê tay rồi. Goodbye mọi người. Tạm nghỉ đây. Lưu game.